have 30 minutes of air left, this maze is no longer a challenge. It's a tomb. In this darkness, you don't know what's more dangerous, what you can see or what you can't. The worst moment isn't realizing you're lost. It's realizing you're lost alone. From above, it's paradise, but deep below, it hides an underworld. The players who came before left the rules, written in their own bones. The Mayans called them cenotes, gateways between worlds. A beautiful, seductive invitation. In these first moments, there is no fear, only awe. In cave diving, this is the lifeline. To leave it is to bet your life. These walls have witnessed countless stories. Most of them have no ending.
This way!
A veteran of 500 dives, was always haunted by what lay off the map.
Are you sure about this, Marco? It's not on the map.
Elena, however, believed survival comes from discipline, not from daring. The legend of a secret air pocket, a natural safe room, was too great a prize to ignore. And that's when the game truly began. A single choice that would change everything. They were entering the realm of darkness, a place with only one rule, its own. The labyrinth begins to show its true nature, a perfect trap. The smallest mistake in an unforgiving world has the largest consequences. Silt out, the single worst nightmare of every cave diver. In seconds, visibility drops from 30 meters to 0. They were separated, each now an island in an ocean of darkness. The maze doesn't need walls to imprison you. It just needs to take away the light. Panic is the #1 enemy. It burns oxygen. It burns reason. Losing your sense of up and down is a special kind of terror. Your brain no longer knows the way out. Every impact is a reminder that you are trapped. Hope is a dangerous thing. It makes you waste energy on a futile effort. When the storm cleared, the truth was worse. They weren't just lost. They were lost from each other. Elena relied on her training. Find a wall. Follow it. That is the rule. Marco relied on instinct, but in a maze designed to deceive, instinct is a trap. Time had become the third enemy alongside darkness and solitude. Sometimes, vastness is more terrifying than a tight space. It shows you how small and helpless you truly are. Every choice is a door closing behind you. There is no going back. The life here has adapted to eternal darkness. A reminder that this is their world, not ours. He tried to send a signal, but in this maze, sound is swallowed, distorted. Sometimes to find your way, you must abandon your strongest sense. The darkness has its own lights, but not all of them lead to an exit. When all paths are wrong, the only choice left is to go down, deeper into the earth. Panic is a thief. It steals your precious time. Anger is the last reaction before despair takes over completely. A sign from another person. A fragile flicker of hope in the darkness. But hope can also be a trap. Where does this sign lead? When the body is starved of oxygen, the mind creates its own reality. The maze was playing with his mind. It turned hope into torture. Proof that others had played this game and lost. A small wound on the surface. A death sentence at this depth. She had found the end of the old guideline, and the diver who laid it. The death of one person is sometimes the life of another. There is a moment when the fight gives way to acceptance. They say that before the end, you see the most beautiful things. Survival is not a single moment. It is a chain of relentless effort. The bell that signals the final act of the play. When the final light goes out, all that remains is the labyrinth of souls. In the game of survival, sometimes the hardest choice isn't between life and death. The warnings have been here for 1,000 years. Not everyone listens. But between saving yourself and saving your soul, she made her choice, not the choice of a diver, but the choice of a human being. Sometimes the light you need to find isn't the sun. But this act of salvation was also a sentence. The race was now even more desperate. They were no longer lost alone. They would face the maze together. Strength is not in muscle, but in sacrifice. Every second is a gift. Every breath is a victory. They had escaped the underworld, but a part of it would follow them forever. They had won the game, but what was the price? A reminder that every gateway has a guardian, and every labyrinth wants to keep something. Some adventures don't bring you sight or glory. They just give you a story to tell, and a second chance to live. Every decision, no matter how small, creates ripples that spread forever. They had returned from the world below, but its shadow would never fade. Scars aren't just reminders of pain. They are proof of survival. Technology may change, but the dangers of nature do not. The body can recover. The mind needs more time. From above, everything returns to its natural peace. Nature does not judge, it simply is. You can leave the land, but a part of it will always follow you. As night falls, the jungle returns to its secrets. And below, the maze is still waiting for the next players. Some treasures are best left unfound. They went looking for a legend, but found something far more precious. The thin line between hubris and survival. The best stories aren't about how people conquer, but how they are transformed. Sometimes all you have is just enough for one last step. After facing death, every drop of water tastes like life. The journey back is always longer than the journey in. Every road looks different now. Every landscape holds a new meaning. You can no longer see the person you used to be. Life goes on, unaware of the battles fought just beside it. A small measure of respect for the forces she had faced. Leaving the wild world, returning to the world of concrete and light. A stamp and a passport can never record the full story. Flying above the clouds, it's hard to believe there's another world deep beneath them. This footage wasn't a trophy, it was a warning. Every journey leaves a mark, not just on the map, but on the soul. Some maps should only lead to one place, oblivion. The most expensive lessons are often taught by those who broke the rules. To the world, it was a headline. To them, it was a lifetime. The reminders you choose to carry with you. He was no longer searching for abysses. Sometimes the greatest adventure is finding peace within yourself. The story of Marco and Elena, though untold, had become a silent warning. The spirits of the maze had gotten what they wanted, respect. On this planet, there are countless gateways to other worlds. But the most terrifying, most tempting gateway is always the one inside of us. Adventure, explore, but above all, return.